No, I do not think food security has improved over the last year. I think, in fact, things are getting worse. Governments are not taking food security problems seriously, and for that reason, together with price fluctuations, I think we see deteriorations in food security. The most important thing that policymakers in developing countries can do to improve food security is to first and foremost take food insecurity seriously. And secondly, making sure that those people who cannot afford to pay for the food at the going price, that they get transfer programs. This can be in the form of food or it can be in the form of cash. Conditional cash transfers, which means a transfer of cash to a targeted group of low-income people on conditions that they do certain things. For example, take their children to primary health care centers or send their children to school or some other condition. Those programs have shown to be very effective in many countries. The public sector, meaning the government, needs to focus on investment in rural infrastructure. That is the most important thing that is missing for the private sector to make the investments that are necessary to make the markets work. So the biggest market failure in most low-income developing countries is the lack of infrastructure and therefore poorly functioning markets for inputs and outputs. So priority number one for the public sector in most low-income developing countries is to invest more in rural infrastructure, in rural institutions such as law and order, such as contract enforcement, and to help farmers get together in farmer associations. Those kinds of public goods need to be in place before the private sector will enter the market, and we need the private sector to help solving the food security problems.